Hello all. Hello.
Ya.
Can I start?
Okay, open, Papa.
Yes. Can I start?
Yes. Yes, start now.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. I am Francois Nobosi, talking to you from Washington, D.C. It's currently 8:33 a.m. in Washington, D.C. I guess it should be 7:33 p.m. in Jakarta right now. I have the honor to introduce the speaker of the day.
Lady. She is very smart. And it's not every day we have both a pretty lady and a smart lady as one. But believe me, what she's going to share with you today will also blow your mind. So, without further ado, please help me welcome Miss Ai Ling on the stage. Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi. Good morning. How are you guys today? So, let me greet all my friends, all in Indonesia, wherever you are, and to all my friends internationally that are currently watching this live stream. I welcome you once more to Welty ceremony. So let me introduce myself. My name is Ai Ling. I'm currently in Surabaya, and I'm still at home. Stay at home. It has been a month now, and I am a mother of 3, 2 daughters and a son, with a wonderful husband who supported me all the way. Okay, so my friends who are watching, so you can like, comment, and subscribe on this video. So please leave a comment if anything you want to ask. So you might ask now, what is the topic I'm going to talk about today? So for those of you who had attended Welty International 12 a.m. last night, we talked about grace and gratitude. Most of my topics revolves around grace and gratitude. So now I'm going to talk about life is a gift. How our life is a gift from God. Our life is a gift. Who here loves receiving gifts? Most of you will raise your hands and say, me. Of course, most of you will be happy if you receive a gift. Especially if the gift you're expecting is unexpected. The gift you're receiving is unexpected. So I might compare to how our life is. Our life is a gift.
This meeting is being recorded.
To be able, for example, as a simple thing to walk on our 2 legs is a gift on ourselves. So even like if you see your friends, your family on your left, on your right at the moment, could you say to them that You are a gift to me. Don't you know you are a gift? Okay, to all of you watching today, I would like to say thank you for being so patient, waiting for this live stream. And to all of you who shared this link to your friends, your family, because with your help, we are reaching more people. And let me welcome all of you. Welcome to the family. So I'm going to play a song now to welcome all of you to the family. How our family is
Welcome
always
to
there
the family.
as a pillar of strength and a place for us to lean on.
Di mana keluarga itu selalu ada di situ untuk saling menguatkan, ya, dan juga untuk kita bisa
As you can
bersandar,
see,
to
may
lean
we
on.
learn to love each other
Di
more
mana
with
kita
each
juga
new
belajar
day.
untuk mengasihi satu dengan lainnya
Okay,
setiap hari, ya,
that's
more
what a
with
family
each
means to
now and
me.
day.
So talking about
Okay.
life is gift. It is a blessing, something we receive to have a family, to have friends we can trust, people we can rely upon, people who supported us, especially in such moments like these. In this quarantine, in this harsh situation we're facing, it's good to have people who are helping us in this situation. I mean, a lot of things changed, doesn't it? A lot of plans changed. A lot of things we planned earlier this year, we have to change. Earlier this year, we prepared ourselves, we prepared our plans, we prepared ourselves to be better. But now, it has been quite different. This moment in 2020 reminded me on something I experienced in 1994. Almost 20 years ago. On 1998, when I wasn't even 20 years old, I was such a young girl back then. And now, as you can see, you can count. I'm now on my 40s. Okay, so talking about this moment in 1998, I was stuck in a situation where I kept thinking that my life isn't a gift. It's more of a disaster, really. Maybe if you can see me now, you wouldn't think like how I were back then, how I was. If you look at me as happy now, I wasn't this like this back then. I kept thinking that my life is such a disaster. My existence is a disaster. Even I speak to my dad and I told him that I was a mistake being born in this world. I didn't have a single grace or gratitude to my own life back then. But then there's this one thing that happened to me. I didn't realize back then we are facing the economic crisis of 1998 in Indonesia. So back then, everything seems like everything doesn't. It seems like everything I do is wrong. Back then, and financial condition didn't allow me to go to college. But then I have to thank my uncle who invited me from that seminar and then reading this book. Me, who was unconfident with myself, who was very closed and shut in, I could like slowly open up and start thinking in bigger terms. I started thinking broadly. And I was also introduced to MLM, multi-level marketing or network marketing. And this industry taught me to have a positive mindset. Sounds cool, doesn't it? To have a positive mindset. And if I would be asked to repeat something I've done in the past, I would tell myself, my past self, to start change my own mindset to become more positive even earlier in my age. I mean, of course, the process doesn't happen overnight. But I started trying to change my mindset slowly to become more positive and to speak positive. Back then, it's very hard for me to be positive because I knew from the conversation with my parents how their financial crisis of 1998, how they couldn't pay their rent, how they couldn't pay their bills, how they couldn't afford me, siblings' tuition. But from that seminar I talked to you about, I learned something about potential, the potential of a network marketing industry. I was also introduced to this author called Robert Kiyosaki, my hero. This is for his book, Cash Flow Quadrant, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There's also this book I read when I was in business school. That speaks about if you join this MLM, this network marketing industry, basically I jumped headfirst to this industry. Just ears, closed my eyes, and had a little leap of faith joining the industry. And I have to say, I'm thankful once again to all of my friends and people in the seminar who supported me since then. And if one of you actually watching this live stream who knew my struggles, who helped me back then, I would like to say hi to you, and I would like to say I love you. Thank you for everything, because you're part of my journey. I received some messages from my old friends early in 2001, 2002, who are in the same boat. And it brings me back so many things. It's a little bit nostalgic talking about our condition back then in 1998. And now I can be where I am now. So maybe if one of you watching have on a low point on your lives, on a point when you can't say something good about yourself. So I would like to say that everything shall pass. Start thinking positively, change your mindset. Even now, when we're stuck at home, we had so much time on our hands now. There's no more reason for us not to meditate or do something positive for yourself. Because before, you had a lot of things on your hand. You're busy with your work, you're busy with your life, but now there's no more reason for you to pay attention to yourself. There's this one moment that I had a few days ago, just a little message from my friends, my old friends, a little message just said, "Hi Ai Ling, how are you today?" Such a small message. It makes me happy. So let's just take it easy and start looking at the smaller things, something we took for granted. Just the presence of the family, of your friends, is already something to be grateful about. And maybe you should ask them and speak to them and told them, "You're one of the best I ever received in my life." Okay, talking about gift, about this industry I'm in, multi-level marketing. And for those of you who had opinions about the industry, like what is MLM, or like really MLM? But I learned a lot by being in this industry. It's just my personal experience, yes. I mean, but I've become more positive, and I'm able to connect with a lot of people that I consider who's with me since the very beginning until now is a gift. Both my friends in Indonesia, to my friends internationally, so to all of you. So I'm here to share facing this crisis. So I would like for all of you to pay attention to this word. This this word, crisis. I would like to elaborate the meaning of the word crisis in Mandarin. It contains two meanings. So, wei ji means two. Wei means danger, and ji means chance. So there's two meaning in the same word. Either you consider it as danger or as a chance. So I would like to ask all of you to start thinking positively about the word crisis towards its meaning as a chance. So to many people, a lot of them are stuck in its meaning as danger. But we could also just basically steer ourselves to think of it as a chance or a potential. I like to talk in metaphors. So if you can see in my hand, I'm holding a chili. So to all of you, this chili I'm holding in my hand grew from what seed? It's impossible for it, for example, to came from the seed of a mango. It came from a chili seed. It grew as a chili. So the meaning of this metaphor is what's in your head, both positive or negatively, would result in my being later on. So if I kept thinking, for example, crisis as something called danger or disaster, if I plant that seed in my brain, in my mind, it would happen to me. I mean, I will grow with that mindset. But if I change the seed, if I change it into something called chance, it will grow better as something more positive. So if I keep thinking, if I keep imprinting, if I keep planting this positive thing in my mind, positive things will happen. And I would like for all of you to try it for yourself. Just grab a piece of paper and just start writing down, what have I been thinking recently? Have I been thinking more about danger, more about fear? Or have I been thinking about positive things such as I'm family or I'm healthy? Because everything that you think or everything that you speak has such power to change your life. Because it's like something you have to plant in your mind. And I have to start thinking that I am the captain of my own ship. I'm thinking and what I'm doing. So now if you can see now the conditions outside, let's say that all the information we receive on social media, it's really hard to just process or filter them all. It's not something we can control. Or what people say and what people think. It's not something we can control. Even the way our closest friends, our parents, our spouse, our partner, our children, it's not something we can control. So those are the external factors. But let's start talking about internal factors, something we can control. Our mind, our body, because our body basically just follows what we are thinking. So if you're thinking about negative things, you're thinking about sad things, of course your body will feel fatigued. Of course your body will feel stressed. But if you change your mind to become a bit more fresh, a bit just more happy overall, you can feel more energy in your body and in your well-being. So that means, so what's inside our head, the things we can just remind you that you are in control of your own body and your mind. Just prioritize your own. And for all of you who are thinking that how it's hard, and I would say it's a very simple thing. I would start by listening to your favorite songs because a song is very easy as a mechanism. For example, if there's a song and just enjoy the song you like, just to and try to find songs with positive lyrics because it's very subtle, but all the songs you're listening in can also affect on how you're thinking and how you can control yourself. So don't let your body or your mind be a victim or a slave to these factors. And you can change. You are in control of yourself. So just start finding songs with positive lyrics, such as I'm rich or something like that. And there's this just listen to this one song. I'm happy, I'm in love, I am happy, loved, and rich. So pay attention to each lyrics. Okay, if you pay attention before, you can see like each lyric is very positive. And due to our cultural upbringing, we are people from the East. We have as Asians, especially in Indonesia. Maybe if you say that, if I keep saying that I'm rich and I'm wealthy, for example, people would say bad things about me, like, oh, how you're very snobby, you're prideful. But because you're focusing on your friends' achievements, you're focusing on their well-being, and you keep comparing yourself to them. So that's what I will say a wrong focus in life. Right things. Focusing on yourself and not to focus on other people. Just plant positive mindset in your mind, like the seed I talked to you about. Plant the seed of positive things and let it sprout. So, okay, small things I could simple things in life. Be grateful to what you receive, even such a small thing, such as just able to just put food on the table, just be able to have a healthy body. So all the small and little blessings in your life every day, because we do receive a lot of them every day. Like before, like I said, like small things in life. Just be happy on what you receive. Like when they receive a gift, they'll be like so happy, right? So just be like them. Be like a small child who are happy to receive a gift. So focus on the right things. So speak, think, just give yourself the best gift, because if it's somebody else, people you care about, such as your partner, your family, your of course you would want to give that person the best gift you can. So why not give yourself the best gift you can give? Just be grateful, give yourself all the positive things you can think about. Things considered, with all the small blessings we receive every day, with all the small gift we receive, just come to terms with it. Just be content. And by living with such blessings, it will bring a positive impact in your life. Just be grateful. When you start considering all these small blessings and you receive them happily, like a child, as I said before, slowly, of course, you will become slowly happier by the second. By being happy, by being such a positive human being, the person who created you, because you are a gift, right? You are a gift from God. Of course, the giver, God, the giver himself, would be happy seeing his gift has sprout into such a positive affluence in the environment. Okay, it's very vague what I've been speaking up to this moment. So let's talk about something we can relate. For example, this coronavirus we're facing. Okay, let's identify the problem because we're stuck at home. And then a lot of people are losing their jobs. Instead of being down, maybe we can just start thinking how we can help those people instead. Okay, I will show you a video how comfort zones can block a person's growth, how comfort zones can impede their advances, their growth. It's something I learned when I was going to these seminars back then. So one metaphor is there's this fisherman and there's this bird. So every day this bird would feed on the fish on this fisherman's boat. And okay, so here's the video. So this pelican stopped hunting for itself because it was so comfortable eating from the fish from this fisherman. So to the point that almost the population of these birds on that region has been reduced because they stopped learning how to hunt. They start leaning on the fishermen instead. So these pelicans, who are usually adept predators of the fish, they became lenient due to all the fish they can just feed on top of these fishermen's boats. And by being lenient, they are also harming their own population in their ecosystem. So relating it to my life now, I'm living in a place, in an area where most people will say that just life is like water. Just go with the flow. Just take it easy. But I have to stop thinking like that. I have to stop thinking like my surroundings in order for me to grow. I am given the ability to think for myself. I am given the ability to move. I am able to who I socialize with and who my groups are. So I try to move, but back then I had a lot of debts. But due to the experience I told you about in 1998, when I'm with Paongi in the business of multi-level marketing, I braved myself
Festival that trade and my
move
picture of other people.
Oke, kalau kita lihat burung
into a better environment for my health and my well-being. We need to socialize with the right people, with the if we hang out with wise people, we ourselves would be wise. And I would admit that the change would be difficult at first. The effort to move, the effort to go outside your be difficult. It might be due to your financial situation, it might be on your personality, but slowly just change yourself and learn from the better people you aspire to be. I would like to invite my brothers and sisters who would share their own experiences, and these people who are considered a gift to my life. I would later give opportunity to share their own personal experiences. Because if my old self, who wasn't able to think positively, who dwell on my own mistakes back then, I am able to change so much to the point that if I can see my own self, I would be surprised that, oh, I used to be like that. With all the things I said before, the books, the seminars, the people I hang out with, it helped shape me to become the person I am now. A person I would be proud to aspire to be back then, because I wasn't proud of myself back then. But I'm happier now. I changed. I became more positive. So let me share this screen, and I'll allow the gifts, the people I mentioned gifts before, to share. So here we go. Hello, hello. So hello, Bu Ai Ling. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So let me introduce myself. My name is Hardy, and this is my wife, Mary. We're from Balikpapan, Indonesia. I would like to share, but first, I would like to say thank you to God and to my friends who introduced me to FFG. And looking back, I would like to see that there are a lot of points journey that we should be grateful to God and to the people along our journey. We're grateful to you all. All the wisdoms and all the teachings you've taught us has filled our days and all the fantastic things we receive. Okay, so I agree with your statement on gratitude because speaking of books, I also have a book called The Secret, The Key of a Happy Life from I've read. And I learned that I had such a privilege to be welcomed on this community, on this such a positive influence to my life. And I was saved a lot of times, both in terms of the relationship with me and my wife, our faith, and even financially. Because if I could share that we were saved a lot of times financially by the help of FFG. In 2013, in Kalimantan, in Borneo, there's a crisis of coal. It's the lives of a lot of people here. And throughout this crisis in Kalimantan, we are so grateful during all those years. Our financial condition has been saved a lot of times. And once again, this coronavirus situation we're facing, I can see in the news that a lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of people are closing their businesses. We're saved because back then, I could say that if we're not in FFG, we will be in such a deep trouble in this situation now. We are currently more at peace. Our financial condition is more stable, more in harmony, due to the help of our teams in FFG and all the mentors. This crisis, the community has helped both in value and in health. And I would testify to most of my teams here also saved by being in FFG financially. So thank you once again. I would say to all of you again, to Bu Ai Ling and to all the other mentors and the other teams, I am now more gratitude to my own life. I felt more gratitude to my own life. I felt grace, more peace for me and my family. So thank you. Thank you so much. So wow, thank you so much. Bapak Hardy, Bu Mary. Thank you. So let's invite our second guest today. Good evening, everyone. Good morning. Okay, good evening. Hello, all of my brothers and sisters. We are more accustomed to this, isn't it? Like staying like in this online environment. I would like for all of you to applaud the efforts of the teams behind this live stream, the effort to be able to make this live stream where we can all be together came true. Crisis can happen to everyone. If I can share my own personal experience, during all this coronavirus, I think that most households would face their own crisis. In my experience, 10 years ago, we have faced our own crisis back, but this crisis we're facing is a bit different. This is a crisis in such a bigger scale, something we're facing together. And we're now stuck at our own homes. And so I think to myself, each households will have their own crisis facing this environment, and they would have their own solutions. So in my experience, when I'm in a lot of groups, a lot of social media groups, one groups would share a lot of like news, bad news, fake news. And amongst all these groups that are dealing with their own problems, I could see something different in the FFG community. So I would like to say thank you to the community, to Paongi, and to all the other mentors. FFG had this massive difference compared to all these other. For the last few days, FFG had made a big movement, an international movement. A movement where all people would share a photo with their own positive messages. So Whereas all these other groups I'm in, there are all filled with scary news, fake news. FFG instead is thinking bigger, how we can contribute positively in this situation instead of making it worse. So all these small photos from all over the world with the positive messages on them has been flooding the FFG group tremendously, and each one of them has been greeted as a hero. So something different compared to all these other groups. And maybe that's why FFG is such a big group and even getting bigger. Because how we treat our members, for example, all the countries we've been in, there's only like 3 countries we haven't received the photos from. So how the members are being active, contributing what they can to the movement, just spending the time to share some positive messages. This movement really wowed me. So even things like this being facilitated through this live stream, we are contributing a positive impact to our environment because we are contributing up to YouTube for all of our audience and for all the people are watching, listening to our sharing sessions. Even this movement is a positive influence. So yes, once again, the FFG community has been amazing. Like you said, Po Ai Ling, before, live in or a social group that brings positivity to your life. And FFG is that group for me. I can see that everyone in this channel at the moment, a little bit of hope, a little bit of refreshment, and a reminder on how life is a gift and just a little blessing and gratitude every day. We are proud to say that in FFG, we are trained to filter negative news, just take the positive things we can. We have workshops, we have Welty show. All of it are positive. It's beneficial. So by being busy watching these contents, by being in just sharing our experiences, we no longer have the energy or time to think about the virus anymore. Truthfully, I've been in most of these sessions for the past few days. And I could say that I think about the virus anymore. I just don't felt it. I just don't feel it. So whereas all these other groups are living in fear, but by being inside this group, I felt safe. I felt positive. So that's something I can say I'm grateful for, being surrounded by such amazing gifts like you say, Ling. I never expect God will use me this far. I joined this business at first purely because of money. I joined this business for monetary purposes, but as I listened to the teams, to people who shared their experiences before, how I can see that other people are being saved before, how people are being saved financially. So I think to myself, like, God, you are still willing to use me as your instrument. Through me, you can save other people. So 13, I've been here for 13 years ago, since 13 years ago. So if I didn't join FFG, if I was building my own thing back then, I'm today, I might be inside the group of those who are scared of losing their jobs at the moment. If I didn't join, for example, if I listen to like the stories of my friends who've been having losses for, and amongst all these news from my friends, I am grateful that FFG is so different, that most of people here are safe. The effect of how the mentoring program, because and how the mentoring program helps me to meet other people, and by extension of it, save them financially by joining this business. Or else, because like I said, if I didn't if I didn't met these people, if I didn't meet these people and I didn't ask them to join FFG, they might be on the group of people who are scared now of fear of losing their jobs. So I'm grateful once again by being in FFG. So maybe joined us and you haven't felt anything in this short term. I would guarantee you it's worth it in the long run. Thank you. Thank you, Bui In and Pak Ludwig, for sharing that heartfelt experience. And move to our third guest. So let me welcome them. So hello. So hello, Bu Ai Ling. It has been amazing. As usual, it has been a very inspiring experience by being here. I'm grateful as well. From being in a conventional career for 30 years and being here, I could see that by being in FFG, we are being guided mentally and financially in this community. So by being here, appreciate more the smaller things in life. And it has been amazing. Like I said, thank you once again. It has been a positive input to me and my life, to our life. What I received from the session we have today, what I received was that positive thinking isn't enough. So it's all about power thinking. We have the power to control our mind. We have the power. So that's what I call power thinking. By using this power, by training yourself, your mindset, and your body to guide it to be more positive. So thank you. Okay, let coronavirus. I would like to just say a few things. By being in FFG, in this moment of coronavirus, we learn to give to other people. Even if you can't give material things, you can give other things as well, such as this session we're having at the moment. And I'm very grateful to be where we at the moment. Thank you, Felix and Buati. Okay, I was just been notified that there will be more surprises. So let's bring our guest next. Next guest. Boiling. Good evening, everyone. Hello. My name is Yuyun from Malang. Hello. For me, I received a lot today. Thank you so much, Boiling, to share and to give something that I think touched me and to remind me about the small positive things. Because, like you said before, there are a lot of ugly things I'm thinking at the moment. And not to think about it. I have the power not to think about it. So thank you for your guidance, Bu Ailing, Pak Felix, and Bu Iin. Now, without me realizing it, I am now able to build a career Because back then, in my previous work of 21 years, I became a bit more prideful. I became blind to the things around me. I think that I achieved these achievements purely because of my own work. And I didn't realize all the small things I receive from other people and all the small blessings I receive to help me in my career. So now I start being thankful of the smallest things. So thank you, Bu Ai Ling, for reminding me of that. Thank you for including all the gifts from all the brothers and sisters who shared before me, because all your experiences are very beneficial for us. If I say my own experience crisis during our 2008 financial crisis, when I was working in a bank of 1998. Back then, the situation was very scary because each minute, each second, you could see that there's a change in how the money inflates by working in the bank. It's very scary. It rises up so quickly. But comparing it to what I'm feeling now in this crisis, I faced this crisis differently because I try to fill my own time with positive things to distract myself from all the scary news out there. So I think about positive things so that positive things might happen to me. So thank you, Bu Ai Ling, once again for your time, for your gifts. Thank you. So thank you, Bu Yuyun, for sharing. Would there be one more guest to share? Hello, good evening, Bu Ai Ling. So thank you, Bu Ai Ling. And I thank God for this amazing moment. My name is Sujianto from Surabaya. My background is a businessman. And I consider this moment as a blessing from God. Because comparing to where I am back in 1998 financial crisis, like Buyun said before, it was a very scary situation. You can compare it to now where a lot of business closing down. But now I'm inside this community, so I'm not as scared. I'm not as afraid as I am back then. So I thank God once again for giving me such a blessing to be welcomed into this community and into this business where I can be more at peace. I became a lot more peaceful because I was introduced to a lot of people here in this business, Paongi, Bu Ai Ling, and a lot of other inspirational people. So yes, I consider this opportunity as God's gift for me. Because back then, on the financial crisis on 1998, I was very shaken. A lot of businesses are closing down. But now, even though it's almost the same, where a lot of businesses are closing down, I felt more safe. I felt more stable. By being in this business, in this community, in this big family we're in, I'm grateful for all of that. With all the scary things happening outside, being in this community felt safe for me. So thank you. Thank you, Pak Sujianto, for your sharing session. So by looking and listening to all these amazing sharing, it has been a great input for me and for us all. And now we're at the end of the show. I would like to remind my audience, I would like to remind all of you that instead of thinking, when will this end? And surrounding yourself with such negative news, instead surround yourself with more positive things. Surround yourself with your family, your friends, because don't let all these external factors that we can't control to affect, because you are the captain of your own ship. You have the ability to accept those news or not. Because think that your life is a gift. So give yourself the best gift. Plant positive things in your mindset and let it grow. Be grateful for things we receive in life. Because if you can see Jack Ma, back then when internet wasn't as big as we are now, in what he's doing, he became as big as he is now. He believed in Alibaba even when people doesn't believe in him. So focus your mind, focus on the, pay attention to yourself. So, okay, I'm signing off. So a little small thank you to the management at This World Group. Stay safe, stay well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for Papa Francois in Washington, D.C. Thank you so much, Mr. Francois, for the support. I hope we'll see you again in the next session. Thank you, Mama Ai Ling. Wow, as I told you, this smart lady is going to blow your mind. I told you, right? I've been very, very impressed. As far as today, I've learned so much, changed my life too. That's why I felt honored when I was introduced to Mama Ai Ling and all of you guys. I learned a lot today. Thanks, Mama Ai Ling. Thanks to our Thank you for all the guests and thank Lord for this opportunity. So God bless you all. Goodbye.